hate stepping outside. And I'm all sticky. It's like, come on, fool.
Nah, I feel that. But how was your vacation though? Because Puerto Plata ain't like
Puerto Plata
too far off from Miami.
Puerto
now.
Plata is beautiful. Puerto Plata is beautiful. Dominican Republic. They thought I was Dominican the whole time I was out there too.
Yeah, because you the light skin.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll something about me. They'll like start speaking in Spanish immediately before they even talk to me. They start speaking in Spanish.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, oh wait, no habla español. Es muy poquito. I don't speak Spanish. It's very little. They're like, oh, you don't speak Spanish. You look like you from here, like Puerto Plata. You look like you're here. I'm like, oh damn, nah. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Man, DR is interesting. My dad actually lived there for a little bit before for his passing. He actually left when I was in like 7th grade, sorry. And he went out there, just to experience it. He was getting something built in Panama, but he lived in DR for a little bit. So
do you know what city?
Nah, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I always thought it was interesting though, because he always wanted me to come down there and experience it. He was like, yo, like the way they at that time, he was saying he felt like they were treating him like very well. It was like a real like healthy environment and whatnot. So he always wanted to go. So I do want to go, but on the flip side, I heard like they can be a little like racist a little bit towards to the darker people. I actually heard, I watched an interview with Amiri and Nino, and she was saying that they would call like one of the, like if they wanted to insult somebody, like man, they would call them a Haitian. Yeah. So
like, I went with my girl Haitian.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
okay.
And her parents, they went to the DR too. They go a couple times. They Haitian. They like straight from Haiti. But
That's
they ain't
what's
never
up.
had no problems. Like I heard of that too. Like they ain't like the darker skinned people because they would consider them Haitian. But when I talked to her parents about it, they ain't really seem like they cared too much about it for real. They ain't really
for real?
care. Nah.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I want to get on there,
though.
but you know what I'm saying, I don't want to go if it's gonna be that experience. Like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to. And then like, why you denying your African heritage? Like, I think that's crazy. Like, if you know transatlantic slave trade, you know that's how they.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of them were dark skinned anyway. Like a lot of Dominicans were dark skinned when I was there.
See, and some of them embrace it. It's like half of them were embracing it. The other half would be like, yo, we need to marry light skin. We need to get this black, we need to get the blackness out of our family. So you need to marry lighter. Yeah,
I'm actually confused by that though, because I'm sure if it was like an issue and they would feel like they was being insulted, like they would not probably have went there, like my girl and her family. So I'm actually confused by that.
It's probably just different areas.
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt the touristy areas would be like that. They would lose money like that. If it was like
now, if you talk, I thought y'all was in like the other section, like the city, like outside the tourist. Nah.
I wanted to go into the city, but we ain't end up going.
I mean,
see what it's about.
I feel it. Well, welcome to Relentless Reasons. I'm your gracious host, Amiri Fannin, here with some good men. Nino's here, Gadget's here. How you gentlemen doing?
I'm doing well, man.
You good? You good? Well. Gadget over there, focused, man. He over there handling multiple businesses at one time. But nah, man, what's on your mind? There's quite a few things I've seen, popped up, and I know you and I have had some discussions. Have you seen the Michael Jackson doc? I didn't even get a chance to.
Why have you not seen it?
I can't find it.
Yes, you can.
No, I looked on YouTube.
What cable provider you got?
I got Verizon.
You got Fios?
Yeah, I got Fios.
You ain't got on demand?
Nah, we do. What I don't know what channel is on HBO. Or was it on like Lifetime or something?
I forgot. But
if it's on Lifetime, I'll find it.
You could just search it on demand. Like that's how I found it. I don't got Fios no more. I got like Comcast. Well, okay. Xfinity now.
Yeah.
I just put it on demand and watched it.
Oh, okay. Nah, I found a few clips like of it on YouTube, and based off that and some of the other information I've gotten, it seems like it's not enough to really throw Michael under the bus like it was with the R. Kelly situation.
You don't think it's enough?
No, because there's no undeniable proof. It's like his story. No, because the R. Kelly situation, they have there's a video, they have documented proof.
What case you talking about? The one that's going now or the old one?
Both. Isn't he being indicted based off both situations, both past?
You can't double jeopardy him. So you can't talk about the old jump. He's already beat that case, so you can't. This one he's going through now is a completely new one. But the old one, the girl in the video said it wasn't her. Parents said it wasn't her. I mean, what you really gonna do? Like everybody else.
But his management has even come out and said like they have aided him in that. Because you got to think about it. A man that can't read and write, he's not gonna pull off something like that operation like that where he got girls funneling through. Yeah. Like on his own. So like. It's more proof. It's more hard proof there. Like when your management team is there, and then you got producers coming out saying we've seen this and that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with that. I agree that I think it's undeniable with Kelly. I don't even know how he got off the first time, but
I don't
Michael Jackson. My question is, so do you believe that he was touching these children?
I believe Mike was sick, but it wasn't pedophilia sickness.
No. Do you think he was touching the children?
No,
I think touching the children.
No, I think he had them in a bed, but I don't think. But
okay. So do you think he was a weirdo?
Yeah, but that's what I'm acknowledging. I'm acknowledging it's a different type of sickness.
Okay,
you got to realize Mike didn't have a childhood.
Yeah.
So like growing up, yeah, exactly. He still, even though he's a full grown man, he has a mind of a child. That's why he's hanging with all these children. It's granted, it's still sick. Okay. It doesn't dismiss it, but it's still a different type of sickness. R. Kelly situation is you're having sexual intercourse with young women.
Okay.
Below the legal age.
So let's just talk about the facts right now. We're going to discuss the facts with Michael Jackson.
All right.
One. So we've already acknowledged that we think he's a little bit of a weirdo.
Oh, we know.
Okay, we know.
we know
that for a fact.
We
Number
know.
Two, it's already fact that he was sleeping with these boys in the same bed, away from their parents.
Yeah, but you got to realize.
Hold on.
No, that is a fact.
Okay, that's a fact. Hold on. Just
okay.
Let me get through. Let me get through this. Number 3, it was reported that they would watch porn together. So when they went into Michael Jackson's house and they found the porn, they identified the fingerprints as some of those little boys. So it is facts that they were watching porn together.
Okay.
He would show them porn, and I guess they would watch it together.
Here's the fundamental difference.
What?
Did those kids not have permission to go sleep over at Mike's house?
They did.
But so how can you put the onus on Mike?
Hold on. What? Okay, hold on.
No, how can you put the onus on Mike for having a sleepover with kids when they go
because
ahead.
He's an adult.
No. It's wrong. I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying how can you just say, oh, it's all on Michael Jackson when he's not. It's not pedophilia. He's not touching the kids. And two, he got the permission from the
already agreed
parents.
Of the stuff I laid out. We already agreed that was facts. Correct.
So
why do we believe all of that stuff and he was a weirdo and sleeping with children? That's believable. But while they're sleeping together for months at an end, you don't believe that he touched them?
No, you can't just say that.
All of that and don't believe he touched them. They said he touched them.
Nah, fam, I'm not rolling.
The first person to come out that took him to court.
Now Wade, I believe.
When
and
he was the NSYNC dude.
Yeah. He was on You Got Served too.
Okay, him.
But the thing with the first person, it came to find out like he was doing that for monetary reasons. He was crucifying Mike for monetary reasons.
Right.
And he was going broke. He was about to write a book. Okay. Like he was trying to gain traction for another agenda, a personal agenda of his. And so how much can I take stake in what you have to say when it looks like you're doing this for an ulterior motive?
And that's one hell of a point, and I agree with you. That, but it only takes one.
No.
One person.
If it's one, no.
And you said you believe Wade not. It only takes one person.
Wade sound heartbroken though. Wade sound like they had like an actual thing going on, like friendship.
He was like, man. Then I seen him bringing other boys around. I got jealous. I'm not like his number one no more.
Yeah, it sound like he hurt, and not more so of I got raped or anything like that.
So he said he did though. One of them said that Mike tried.
And listen, I don't have all the facts on this one. Nino has more facts on this one.
I only got the facts from escaping, what was it, Neverland. Or leaving Neverland. That's the only facts I got from that. I can only take it from that. I don't know any of these people personally. But what I'm taking from that is,
I don't know.
Looking good, bro.
It's not looking good. And hey, don't get me wrong. I was ready to cancel Mike if there was something like hard provers, like we got a tape. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got like marks on the kids or something like that, something tangible. Like with the R. Kelly situation, they had physical evidence you could physically see it. Yeah. Whereas this is like his story.
But
and why are we canceling a dead? Why are we, trying to go at a dead man?
I don't like that.
You know what I'm saying? All this time, and we're waiting now to indict Mike.
Right. If you was gonna do this,
if it was this serious,
a while ago.
Yeah,
like the man dead, he can't even speak for himself. I do agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? The living have to deal with Mike. They have to. They're grieving. So why are we kicking his back in all of a sudden when all these years we alive? I mean, granted, there was a situation where it came up and he, apparently he beat the case. Yeah. I think he even sued, but
the people that's in the dock, they were on Mike's side during that time. I think one or both of them testified.
Oh, so what we talking about?
Apparently.
So what we talking about?
This is how they said it. See, that's why you need to watch the doc.
I do. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try to find it.
They didn't understand what sexual assault was as children, because when you hear sexual assault, listen, hold on, just follow me. Because when you hear sexual assault, you think something bad is happening because you hear assault. You think you're being like assaulted, you're being harmed. But they're saying as children,
or uncomfortable. It can just be uncomfortable
they said as children, it was sexual. That was like one of their first sexual experiences, and they liked it. They said they liked it, so they didn't see it as assault.
That's sick.
That is sick.
That's sick.
That's what they said.
But again, it's a difference when you're kidnapping your child. Like R. Kelly was luring these people in.
That's false imprisonment. What R. Kelly was doing.
Yeah. Mike was like had to get permission from the parents, the parents was on the dock. With the snippets I seen, the parents was on the dock talking about, we let Mike. We didn't see nothing wrong with that.
Because that goes back to what you said earlier about Mike and him not having a childhood. They saw him literally, that old ass man, Michael Jackson. They saw him as a child. They said I felt like he was one of my sons.
So who's more culpable in this thing?
Mike.
Come on, boy.
Are you serious?
Come on.
God. How is he not?
The children can't get to Mike. The children can't get to Mike.
Own actions. He's responsible for his own actions.
You
can't blame the child.
No. I'm not blaming the child.
Who you blaming?
The parents.
The parents don't know. The parents said that they asked their child, has Michael Jackson ever did this? Has Michael Jackson ever did that? They always said no. What we supposed to do as a parent? If all they say is no, you don't know no better. You don't know what's real, what's not. But
I'm not rolling with the first one. Wade, I believe, but
my
the
child
first
is not sleeping with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but that's
weird.
But Nino, that's common math. If a grown ass man is asking your children to come and lay in his place with him under his supervision without you being there, something would go off in your head like, this ain't adding up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not rolling.
Bro, it was
but again, I'm a watch it. Like I want to give it its just due and really have like a better conversation, because I'm just giving you the snippets, like my take on it based off the facts that I've seen on the snippets, not the entire doc. So I kind of want to.
It's a lot. Like they had letters and recordings. Like Michael Jackson would leave voicemails on the little boy's like voicemail, whatever it is.
Yeah, I saw that.
And write letters. He was like, "Hey, it's Applehead." I'm like, well, first of all, why is he Applehead? Then the boy said Michael Jackson told me to call him Applehead. He likes little nicknames. I'm like, okay, bro. Like,
he's a kid. Bro, that sounds like some kid shit. Nah, for real, it does.
I don't care, bro. Like,
it's wrong.
Again,
it's a sickness.
Creepy.
I believe you. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. Like it does sound creepy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It does sound, but again, it's a different type of sickness than a pedophilia where you're physically trying to cause intentional harm to young ladies.
I'm gonna touch on one point. I'm gonna touch on one more point with this Michael Jackson thing, and this is true, undeniable.
Okay.
So a part of the doc, it was like towards the end of the doc, when I think he's about to go to trial or something like that. I believe it was Wade or the other guy that was in the doc. He had said that Michael Jackson called him like a couple days before he was about to go to trial or whatever. It was like, hey, like what happened to your underwear from like when you was staying in my hotel room the other night? And he was like, I don't know, it's probably like in the dirty clothes basket. So he said, okay, well I'm gonna need you to get it and like check it.
Mike said this.
He said make sure there ain't no blood on it.
What?
Because he tried to penetrate on it and he wasn't feeling it, so they had stopped, but he ain't know if it was blood on his underwear or not. So he went to a dirty clothes basket, got it, and it was a little bit on there.
Now, if that's true,
then
yeah. We don't have nothing to talk about. We don't have nothing to talk about.
I don't know if it's true because they apparently don't have it no more. They probably wash it or something, get rid of the evidence. I don't know. But that's sick, bro.
fam. I'm do is just is do justice.
They took his stuff out of the museum. His gloves. They took that out.
The African American?
Nah, it was never in the African American museum.
Okay.
I can't remember what museum it was in, but they took it out.
They've been ready to crucify Mike. When Mike was buying all these estates, they doing the same shit the Mike that they did to Bill. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
Because he was trying to buy a lot of catalogs. I think he married Elvis Presley's daughter, so he can get to Elvis Presley catalogs.
And I saw somebody. I think it was Waka Flocka.
He said that?
Yeah. No. He posted something. About Elvis Presley, because I wanted to touch on that. Like, he was saying, so if we're gonna crucify Mike, Elvis was openly with underage women.
Yeah.
And at that time, that was probably even more, you know what I'm saying, more egregious than now.
You know what's weird though? Like, it seems like it's a lot of those cases back then, like of like grown men messing with little girls and like nobody really cared for real. Cause like Diddy, like one of his children, the baby moms was like very much younger than him during the time.
I didn't know that. Who?
Yeah,
not
Diddy.
Kim Porter. Not Kim Porter.
No, it wasn't Kim Porter. I can't remember who it was. It might have been the first one, but like people was like looking that up after the whole R. Kelly thing going on. It was pointing out Diddy like Diddy did the same thing. Nobody say nothing. Like, it seems weird that nobody would like really say nothing back then. But now that's not stuff.
Nah,
like
that's not
flying.
flying. And this
Stuff
Me
like
Too movement, they are crucifying you.
And it shouldn't. Cause that's
no,
weird.
I agree.
It's just weird.
Speaking of which, like I want to talk on something. I want to get to this. The importance of black love and black relationships.
Okay.
I know you and I have had this conversation.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to, from a black like nationalist or like Pan-African mindset, I've always had the mindset that black men belong with black women. Now, when I say belong with black women, we all know that the African diaspora isn't limited to the Americas. So when I say black women or black women of African descent, that covers Afro-Asians, Afro-Palestinians, Latinas, all that, the Amara La Negras of the world, the Angela Yees of the world, you know what I'm saying? And I say that because in this climate today, ever since anti-miscegenation happened in the Loving versus Virginia case, which was at the end of the 60s, early 70s, which abolished all anti-miscegenation laws, including Virginia and 16 other states. The divorce rate and the marriage rate of black women has started to decline. And as someone who is Pan-African, like, I believe like black men need to take care of their woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have this thing where we want to protect our women, you know what I'm saying? Or we want to be the protectors until it's really physically time to protect. Mm-hmm. So if you see that black women are marrying, like the marriage rate of black women is the lowest of any woman in this nation, and the divorce rate is higher than any woman in this nation, how can we say we're for our people and we're not marrying a sister? You see what I'm saying? Like,
I have a question then.
Okay.
Because there's multiple ways I could take this. So, are you saying you think black men should be with black women, like, in general, or should black men with that black mindset be with black women with that black mindset? Because there are black people that just don't get it. We have seen that with Daniel Caesar.
Right.
So what are you saying exactly? Because there are black people in this world that do not get like the black mindset at all. They are not understanding of their culture or anything that's going on.
Well, we got words for people like that.
And what do you call them?
Uncle Toms, coons. Like, how?
So do you think they should marry? Do you think they should still marry like within their race?
Well, yeah. Like, really? I think they need to be educated. I think they need to be educated about it.
Okay. So why can't somebody outside of our race be educated about it?
Because they can't feel your struggle. and they can't empathize with it. They can have sympathy and pity.
Why do you have to have empathy though? Why are you not okay with
Because
sympathy?
because sympathy is more so I'm on the outside looking in, and I have little to no understanding, but I feel sorry for you because you are going through pain. Where if empathy,
there are black people like that.
No,
there are black people like that.
No, there's black people that are willingly like that. There's a difference. It's a difference
are they willingly or are they ignorant?
They're willingly. Some are willingly
ignorant, bro.
Now, if you're talking about a child, that's different. If you're talking about with a child that has that mindset, that's different than somebody that knows better and doesn't do better.
Yeah.
It's people that know the history and still know these numbers that I'm talking about and know exactly what I'm talking about, from anti-miscegenation to mass incarceration to black men not being able to provide, which means they're leaving black women out here to fend for themselves. They know all these numbers. They have all these numbers. And they still choose to go outside because black women are too aggressive. Black women are too passionate. Black women are argumentative. So it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like a slap in the face to the black woman, because if it wasn't for a black woman, your ass wouldn't even be here.
For those reasons, yeah, fine. But as you can see, I am very much light skinned complexion, still black.
And
So I don't agree actually with that point. But will I date outside my race? Probably not. I don't know. There ain't no connection there for me personally. But if somebody else does it, I don't have a problem with it. Like, I wouldn't be like, you need to be with a black person.
Don't get me wrong. I ain't running up on people
much about it. You run up on people like T.I. and Gucci.
You said what?
You run up on people like T.I. when they wear Gucci.
What is T.I. wearing Gucci?
No. He ran up on people that are wearing Gucci and like, you.
Oh no. That's not we doing.
You go walk into an interracial couple. Hey, what do y'all? Hey, you need to be over here with the black folks.
No, I'm not dictating nobody. I'm talking about me.
Yeah,
when you talk about standpoints,
personally.
like this is what I stand on. This is what I'm convicted in. This is what I believe.
But that affects
black one.
But that's amongst everybody though. That's how you feel about everybody.
What you mean?
That's how you feel everybody should be. Black people should be with black people.
Yeah. Or women, and it doesn't have to be African American. Again, that can be the Afro-Cuban. That can be the Afro-Asian.
Okay,
because we know how that works.
Where was the first man on Earth?
Africa.
So is everybody not of African descent? If we want to go there.
Yes, from a technicality standpoint, but in the context of relationships and the history of Europeans and how they treated our people, and in the context of like in the context of black women being mistreated historically, even worse than black men. You know what I'm saying? Treated as seen as less than, and we know the transatlantic slave trade. Yeah, you should have a commitment to your community.
So you just feel like black men will be able to treat black women better than anybody else?
They should.
Yeah.
Not now. That doesn't negate the fact that there are some messed up black men out here, and of course, I'm not telling a sister to go just get with any black man and accept him if he's abusive, or you know what I'm saying, or he's mistreating you, or not giving you the proper respect you deserve. But yeah, we're in a state of crisis for black, for black people. So if you're really saying you're for your community, how can you not? You can't Black Panther fist me to death and Shea Butter me to death and talking about you married to a white woman.
Okay, so you talking about those type of people then?
Yeah. Well, in general,
I agree with you on that, but there are black people that are not within our community, bruh. Like, they do their own thing. Like, they are completely ignorant to what is going on.
And again, going back to what I said earlier, that we have words for people like that. People that know better and don't do better.
So what about white Hispanics?
What about them? They just it's people from Spain. They just as bad.
What about them?
What about them?
No, not from Spain. I'm talking about like Mexico, El Salvadorian, like a little bit of South America.
What about
like them? Let's put them in there too. Like, how do you feel about black people marrying them?
But that's what I'm saying. We know the African people are the most diverse people because we were the first to settle every civilization on every continent on this planet. So that's what I said earlier. That encompasses all the continents. So that goes, again, that's the Angela Yees of the world.
Yeah,
that's the Amara La Negras of the world.
That's why I said white Hispanics. Hispanics identify as white. Cause you know when you look at the census thing, it's like black, Hispanic,
non-Hispanic. Right.
Some people check white, Hispanic.
Well, we know why they do that.
Why do they do that?
They do that because they know they're gonna get looked at differently if they check the black. That yeah, you know what I'm saying. That don't have nothing to necessarily do with what you are as a person. But I will say in marriage,
race doesn't either though.
What you mean?
Race has nothing to do with you as a person. Race is a social construct, and everybody knows that.
Yeah, that was created, but again,
no, I don't think anybody else outside the United States even does that.
No, they go based off based off ethnicity. Right, they don't go based off race.
You ain't walking around saying, yeah, I'm white. No, you're German, you're Italian, you're French, you're whatever you are.
They will profile you as black because if you go to France, the racism in France is crazy.
Or they say you're from the United States. We don't like you because you're from the United States.
No. They treat blacks in France terribly.
Really?
Yes.
I've never been to France.
I've never been either. I've gotten stories though. Like,
for real?
Yeah. I know a lady that went over there and she was just telling me how like the person that works for a bus he was luggaging everybody that was going on this tour bus. Mm-hmm. Their overnight bags and stuff under the bus. Yeah. And the black people, because she was American, he didn't really turn up on her, but he was giving her a look. But the black people that were going on the trip with her that were native to France or from France, he told them, he was like, I'm not putting y'all bags under this.
Actually, I'm not surprised.
You know what I'm saying? So they treat their black, and what they do is they put them into these subsidized housing places. I learned this too yesterday.
They do that too?
They put them, but they put all of them.
That's like here.
But it's worse there.
Can't be.
No, it's worse. Nah, because their Section 8 and our Section 8 is a totally different ballpark.
I heard the racism in the UK is different too. Cause I've never been to the UK. I was in Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. I was talking to this black couple. They was both from where were they from? Were they from England? I think it's from England. And I was talking to them. And they were like, yeah. They was talking about the difference between them and the United States, and they was like, yeah. I really couldn't even imagine moving to the United States, like
really?
Because they was talking about like are the police still like killing like black people? I'm like, are the police still killing black people?
What?
Yes. Every single day they're killing black people. They say, yeah, we used to see it a lot during Obama, but now when Trump became president, we don't even see it anymore. So like what happened with like the Trayvon Martin thing? I'm like, Trayvon Martin? You know how long ago that was?
Yeah, like
what?
You know
how many people have came since Trayvon Martin? They were like, oh my God, they're still doing it. I'm like,
Walter
yes.
Scott.
I'm like, yes. They were out the loop, bro. They couldn't even imagine that stuff like that was still going on there. Like they have racism, but not like within like the police, I guess, because they were in shock. They're like they're probably like in their 40s or something like that. So then we kept talking, and they were like, yeah, like here you can't.
Power of media, man.
You can't even like have a gun out here. Like y'all gun laws. I just couldn't even believe they're like shooting people like that. I'm like, what?
What?
They said, I said, so I can't carry a gun out there? They said, no, a knife, you get 4 years in jail.
Wow.
I'm like, what?
They not promoting. There ain't no violence going on.
I think they even
there.
said, and if I'm wrong, somebody fact check me. I think they even said like the police, it's like a special force that can carry guns. Like you have to call like a special force, and they're the only ones that can carry guns. I'm sure other people have guns because people gonna get a gun regardless. But like that's the law out there. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Everybody here got a gun.
Yeah, but nah, I feel what you're saying, and I know you were telling me back to the relationship thing. I know you were telling me like you have, you know what I'm saying, European in your family and your bloodline. So I was able to like kind of visualize what you were saying, and while like though you may agree with me on some things, you know what I'm saying, it may not be as big of a deal to you because you have that in your family. Yeah,
because I wouldn't be here without that. Like my grandfather was in the army, a black Southerner, brown skin, a little on the darker side. He went to Germany. He was stationed in Germany and found my grandmother, and then he took her here to North Carolina. So they lived in North Carolina. They were together. Had my mom. So my mom like 50-50. My father, he dark skinned. So he's black. And then that's how I became to be. But if it wasn't for that interracial stuff between my grandfather and my grandmother, I wouldn't be here. So that's why I can't think of it the way you think of it. But will I date outside my race? Like I said, probably not. Just because, I mean, everybody got preferences. Like, that's just not my preference.
Nah, but and that's why I say I can empathize with you because it's in your bloodline. But from my point of view, it's kind of
you can sympathize. You can't empathize.
Well, yeah, I don't have. I don't know anyone.
You probably do. You probably do.
Yeah, I can feel why you would say that. Like, because you have a special connection to your grandmother, like any person does, really, especially with black people.
Yeah.
We love our grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm speaking from the point of view that let's go with your theory. Let's say it is in my not your theory, your reality. Let's go with your reality. Let's say I do have European in my family.
I'm sure you do.
Like further, distance. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't change my stance on terms of me being Pan-African, though.
I'm sure it does.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, like that's the thing. I think with mixed kids, like they're either gonna choose their black side or they're gonna try to venture off.
That's based on the environment.
Exactly.
That's specifically off their environment. Here, it's almost impossible to venture off. Here in Prince George's County, Maryland.
Oh, no. Yeah. If you're here, you're us. Whether you like it or not.
No,
yeah,
fact.
you
Even
can be Oreo all you want to. Yeah.
Even Hispanics. Like, you're gonna accept this because everybody here is black.
Yeah, because if you can't even go the Hispanic route if you if you light skinned and black. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I can empathize with you, but when you saying you're for your people on your, you know what I'm saying, you want and you know these things about black women and you say you care about black women and you know what I'm saying, you want to, I don't know, like
that's my thing,
you can't really say you're all the way for the struggle if you're not committed to a black woman.
I think that's mutually exclusive. Like, you can have a white woman and still be for your struggle.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's mutually exclusive.
You know why? And I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because marriage is not just a function of love. It's a function of your morals, principles, and your economics, which is why it's owned by the state.
Okay.
You got to realize, like, who your partner is a reflection of you. So if you're sitting here, for example, if you let's say you're pro-life. You have organizations on pro-life. You have fundraisers for pro-life. You know what I'm saying. You're pro-life, right? Yeah. You can't. If you look like a walking contradiction, if your spouse owns 3 abortion clinics.
That's different. You know why that's different?
It's not different.
That's
different. It's a moral. It crosses the moral line.
That's morality. But listen, what if your wife, who happens to be white, has all the same morals as you do?
But what
if she does?
She
just happens to be white.
Name me the white woman that have been pro-black.
I don't even know that many white women.
So what are we talking? That's what I'm saying. It's not just a mirror of your morals, it's a mirror of your principles. So if I'm for black people, if I'm for black people all the way in terms of black economics, black education, just the progression of black people
like that.
No.
Yes, they are.
Not all that. You can't name me one white person. Not exactly. I don't really know they don't exist. They may contribute somewhat, but they're not all black people over everything and all that. Nah.
I mean, they probably wouldn't say all of that because they're not black. Okay, so what about the white people that join Greek letter organizations though? MPHC.
But okay, so
they're for the cause. If they're joining the organization,
are they? But if
they join my organization on Make a Sci Phi Fraternity Incorporated, they're for the cause. They have no choice but to be, because that's within us. It's African American communities what we're geared towards specifically. So for us, if you're white,
but you can count the number of people prior to our MPHCs. Like, and the thing with the MPHCs, we still run that. So let's say some of them do join. Like, we still the end all be all.
We will still be the end all be all in our cause if there's white people that just
not
happen
in marriage.
To be for our
no,
cause.
because not in marriage. Because you got to realize when you pass away, if you have a white spouse, that money goes to her community. It may still go to her children, but it goes to her community.
Why would it go to her community?
Because she's the number one beneficiary
so it'll go to your children who are black.
Nah, I don't think it works like that.
I don't know how marriage works.
I don't think it works like that. I think when you pass away, those rights go to you. Those rights go to your spouse, especially if the children are under 18.
So you better choose wisely then.
You know what I'm saying?
That's scary, man. That's scary to think about, bro.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you really like,
she die first.
And trust me, like, you saying, what if she is for? What if she? You funny.
Never mind.
What if she is for? You know, quote unquote, black people just because you are. when you die, that doesn't mean she had the same principle as we need to shop black, we need to support black. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the money doesn't stay within the community.
Okay, so do you only shop black?
For the most part?
No, not for the most part. Do you only shop black?
Well, we don't. What? No.
Yeah, 'cause you got a MacBook right there.
What that mean?
That's not black. You're not shopping black.
But what?
What
But
shirt,
what?
what
black?
What shirt is that?
I don't even know where I got
See,
this
you
from.
don't even know. You don't even know.
No, but I shop black for groceries. I shop black for hair
you
care.
Shop for groceries? Where you shop for groceries?
Online.
You say you shop? No, you don't shop for no groceries.
I do.
Online. No, you don't.
I do. You know what I mean? Black grocery stores are around.
You waiting weeks for some eggs because you want to shop groceries online?
I don't. But Nino, just because I don't do it every day, don't mean I don't do it at all. You were saying, do I do it in general? Yes, I do it in general.
But you don't even know where they getting their produce from. It could be a white farm.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. That's very true. That's what I'm saying. That's why we need to promote all these entrepreneurs that are in agriculture, that are in these different fields.
I mean,
because name me the black computer company. Name it. There is none. But if we don't support the person that is coming with it, well, it'll never be here, and we'll have to keep buying other people. You know what I'm saying? So it has to start at the ground level. So you're addressing things that are already established. We have to, in order to really conquer it and kind of promote it to be something other than just you know what I'm saying, a way of life. Yeah. You have to start at ground level. You have to feed it, and you do that through economics.
Black. It's difficult to shop black though.
Not for clothes.
I seen that Killer. No, not clothes. Of course not. I'm talking about necessities.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You seen that Killer Mike show on Netflix? He tried to shop black. I believe we might have talked about this.
He banked black. Killer Mike banked black.
He tried to shop. he couldn't drive no car. He had to ride around on like this
bike. Yeah. I saw that interview.
He could barely even eat for real because it came from like white farms. Like, it's difficult. Like, I would love to do that. It's difficult though. It's difficult. And I like to.
Hold on. Keep talking.
If I shop black, it got to be like good quality. I want it to be great quality. And I'm not saying you can't find that within black companies and organizations, because of course you can. There's always going to be some that have great quality. But I'm not going to like.
But let's table the black economics, because that's coming soon too.
All right, bet. Never mind.
So
but I'll hold up on that.
Okay. But last point on this. I was reading this article.
What's up?
It's from I don't even know the name of the site. It's called. The title of it is called "The Growing Racial and Ethnic Divide in U.S. Marriage Patterns," and it's titled under the future of children. I guess,
children.
Yeah, that tab on this page, and these three ladies, they did an article, and they did it. They got a bunch of data from like the census and the historical breakdown from the 60s up until now in terms of the numbers compared to marriage and relationships. And they even argued that the reason black women are not able to get married within a certain time frame is because of the lack of jobs and the lack of black and the increase in mass incarceration. They directly correlated they did 15 to 44, and they did it in 4-year increments. So you had 15 to 19, 22 to 26, and black women, like, throughout that, as the numbers were going from that age group, and this was per the 2010 census, black women had the lowest first time marriage rates. They said 8 in every 10 black women haven't even been married one time by the time they're 40.
Well, because of mass incarceration.
And they correlated that. It wasn't only correlated to that, but they said one of the main factors is because of the absence of black men being able to provide. So you have economic castration and then mass incarceration.
I mean, I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where my passion for it really comes from.
Okay.
So, you know.
No, that makes perfect sense, and that can actually go right into reparations for.
Oh yeah. You want where do you stand on that in terms of like where the politicians?
It depends,
because I haven't seen too much of it.
Okay, it's like a big deal. This election, it seems like, for black people, talking about like reparations and Democratic candidates. So reparations, I feel like there's always a way you can go about doing stuff. So like, if you mean reparations as in like a lump sum to everybody, that's not gonna work. I don't agree with that. I don't think you can give somebody a lump sum of money here as reparations and then do what you will with it. That's not gonna work.
Fuck no. I mean, they did it for the giant. I think they did it in the Holocaust reparations.
Okay, they did, but the people at the Holocaust, they were documented. The problem with us is they didn't document every slave. It's harder to trace back our ancestry than it would be for them.
No, I think they had they did have I forgot what they used to call it, but it was like a bill. And I forgot what's the technical term for it. Okay. But it's like a bill of statement or something like that, and it kind of documents all your cargo, and we were seen as cargo at that time, as property. So you had to list that, the captain of the ship had to list that on that bill.
Oh, that's wild.
And it numbered the amount of slaves. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to trace.
You can trace that number to a person?
No, you can trace that number to the. I think you can trace that number.
Maybe to the plantation.
Yeah.
But then you still got to identify the people at the end of the day.
But so your argument is that it's hard to trace where the reparations should be delegated.
I would think so. But if you're going to do it like that to African Americans as a whole, I think you should do it as in like, okay, cool. You want to do it for African Americans reparations? Fine. Mass incarceration? Cool. Let's tie that together. So nonviolent marijuana offenses, African American. Marijuana's about to be legal now.
Yeah.
So a form of reparations could be we get first dibs at the dispensaries. You feel me? Because they said that Maryland's 1/3 black. The first run of the dispensary.
I didn't know that. That's wild.
I read it today. It said 1/3. That's a lot, actually. That's a lot. They said the first round of medical dispensaries for marijuana, not one black person. Not one black person got approved.
But we know what this is about.
Medical. But that's what I'm saying. That could be a form of reparations.
Okay. Oh, you saw
get first
that
dibs.
politician. Okay.
Because a lot of us are in. They said that whites, blacks, and Hispanics, we all use marijuana at like the same percentage for the most part. But blacks are in prison for it at a far greater rate than white people. Everybody knows that. Well,
we all know that. They
So I feel like if we get first dibs at marijuana dispensaries, that's a good reparation right there.
But everybody doesn't smoke though, so it like
you don't have to smoke. You don't have to smoke.
Or wants to be in that business. We want real estate. That's what we really need.
Bro, you can make money like this though. That's what this is.
No. I agree. I agree with you. But again, everybody doesn't
real
want
estate too though.
Yeah, no. But everybody different strokes for different folks. You can't put somebody into that business if they don't. You like that's a whole culture. That's
only
you know what I'm saying?
That
like
specifically because it affects our people.
It does at a higher rate.
There's a lot of nonviolent crimes from black people.
Absolutely.
Revolving around marijuana, and they're locked up for it.
Nah, I agree with you. I agree. I'm just saying that shouldn't be necessarily the main form. Like that, let that be one of them, but don't let that be the main one. Because
what do you think the main form should be then?
Real estate.
You think real estate?
Real estate.
How would you go about doing that?
Real estate and economics are the number ones in my eyes.
So do you have a plan?
For
reparations. How are you going to do that with real estate? Do you have a plan set up? How would you do that?
How would I? Let me think on that.
That would be difficult to do. I would love to have some land. I hear every black person get 2 acres. I would love that. That's 46 shy of what I'm owed, but I mean,
yeah.
I would still love 2 acres. Boy, if I had 48 acres. I don't know what I would even do.
I
think
can
keep the mule.
You can how much land is not being used is my question.
I have no idea.
That's the question. You know what I'm saying? Take back some of these land grants that are owned by the government I'm not saying strip the individual, like an individual white person that has necessarily bought his property, but a lot of these uninhabited places that are owned by the government, or you know what I'm saying, or meant for the government, because the government is supposed to give us that land. You know what I'm saying? We should have got that land under the government at that time if you were given 40 acres and a mule. So we would, my plan, or what I would think, is that you take back some of that land that.
What I say, 48 acres?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I meant 40
it's 40 acres and a mule. I know what you were saying.
Yeah.
But give that some of that land up. Like it's old. You know what I'm saying? And like some of these, not the military bases, but like these parks and stuff like that are state government owned or federal governmentally owned. Redistribute that.
But you know how much uninhabited land is probably in like Wyoming, like places like that where it's like low population, but it's a large state.
Yeah, Montana.
Yeah, Montana,
Yeah.
like places like that. Who knows what you could do out there?
I do know where I want us to go into. The attack in New Zealand. Let's be very clear. This is a hate crime. There's no way, any other way to put it. It's definitely white white nationalism.
I think
white
you made it very
racism.
apparent.
Yeah.
That was the
In
case.
fact, we have Gadget. If we can, I want to put this image at the bottom of the video to show the breakdown of the racial marks on his weapon of choice when he went live.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a breakdown. I'm gonna read it. The one was the Skadenberg, that is an Albanian leader who was responsible for an uprising against the Ottoman Empire. I'm guessing that has to do with the religion of Islam or Muslim people. Auden Patterson was a student who killed 2 migrant children in Sweden. His name is on the back of the gun. Alexander Bossanet was who attacked a mosque and killed 6 people in Canada in 2017. Then you have on the actual clip, you have Antonio Bragdon, a military officer who killed Turkish captives, and on the muzzle of the gun, you have Charles Mardo, a military leader who killed Muslims in Andalusia in the Battle of Tours. So as you can see, he was championing people who have attacked, historically have attacked this community of people.
Right.
And we know this community of people is people of color.
Yeah.
It's nasty. It was nasty. I saw a picture of a young lady, and she, and like her black was just blown out. She had what's the little thing? What's the thing that Muslims wear? The lady Muslims wear?
Hijab.
Is
that what it's called?
Yeah. I believe that's correct. She was just flat out, her back blown out. She's just laying in the pool of blood.
There's a picture of that?
Yes. Like that is really what took me back, and it frustrates me because white America is not calling it what it is. Like the whole European diaspora, I feel like is not addressing. The European Americans are not addressing what it is. They try to repurpose it and say he needs. I know where they're headed with this. They're gonna do the same thing they did with Dylan Roof.
You think so? I don't think so.
What was Donald Trump's statement on this?
With Donald
recently?
Trump's statement has nothing to do with New Zealand's statement. New Zealand went to action in a week.
Oh no. This is not an indictment on New Zealand. This is an indictment on us.
So you're talking about you're talking
Like
about how the United States are directing the narrative of what's going on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like they're gonna try to frame it like they did with Charlottesville, like they did with Dylan Roof. Like it's, we need to take a step back and really assess what's going on, what's wrong with our children, and all that. Nah, fuck all that. Like if you're gonna be quick to label people of color as terrorists or domestic terrorists, like you keep that same energy when it's someone of your skin. You know what I'm saying? Like don't try to repurpose it or reframe it to make it seem like it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not a terrorist attack. It's just like a mental illness thing. And I hate the way they utilize mental health issues to kind of bail out their peers. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's disgusting. My prayers go out to all the families of the 50 lost souls in New Zealand.
For sure.
I
haven't seen that personally, what you're speaking of being done. The only thing I've seen being done was like New Zealand went to action in a week. They say, you know what, these type of weapons gone. We ain't even tolerating that no more. Like
so they implemented gun laws.
Oh, immediately.
Okay.
Immediately. Something we didn't do.
Yeah.
They did it immediately. They wasn't playing, bro. They wasn't playing. Like they did a whole bunch of stuff to make it known that we're not tolerating this anymore. This is like a terrorist attack.
Right.
Like we're not. This is not how we gonna do it. It kind of looked like they saying like, what the United States doing, we ain't doing that. Like we actually gonna do something about this, and they did. And I actually saw the video because for some like when stuff happens like this, for some reason I feel the need
I'm looking for this article
to like see the video because I can see it written and I can see how many people were lost. But I feel like personally, it makes a greater impact on me when I can actually see what happened. It was a straight up terrorist attack. Like it ain't nothing.
I think
there's no other way you can say it because he hopped out. First of all, he hopped out with the weapon and was walking on the sidewalk to get to the mosque. Cars driving past, like so. I know people seen him just walking up, and then as soon as he got up there, he did what he did. Like and then he doubled back.
Yeah,
like he went to his.
That's
car
a military tactic. It's called double tap.
And come back and made sure wasn't nobody else alive.
Yeah,
that's terrorism.
That's not just terrorism. That's a military tactic. Yeah, it's called double tap. But the two people that are in custody from this article,
there were two.
Yeah, I think it over.
Shooter,
yeah. Okay. I think all in all it was like 4.
What?
I
didn't
think
know that.
they had 4 suspects. Let me rephrase it. They had 4 suspects, but the 2 they had in custody was Brenton Tarrant, who I believe was the person, who was the primary shooter, primary suspect, and then Daniel Burrow, who was also allegedly involved. Nasty. So, and I think what made it even more egregious, Nino, is that he live streamed it 11 minutes before even hopping out the car.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's premeditated. It's premeditated.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Like he planned to attack both of these mouths. It wasn't just happenstance. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that's what makes it worse. And it's kind of like, where's the fast response time? It's no way this happens for 11 minutes and nobody. You know what I'm saying?
There's no way he even goes in there, shoots at those innocent people, comes out, goes to his car, and then comes back
and reloads. Yeah,
there is no way. I don't understand what happened there. I'm not from New Zealand. I don't even know anything
I've never
about
been to New
Zealand
Zealand. Yeah,
or like their response time
or their
police.
Stuff
like
police
so
force.
I have no idea, but that just seems ridiculous to me.
To me, yeah. That's really out of pocket. And again, my heart goes out to that. Like some of that really broke my heart. I couldn't even. Like I can't even imagine like you in the middle of prayer and you getting your head blown off. Like that's nasty. We can go back to the politicians and reparations. So what do you suggest outside? You said dispensaries, and for the people that have been incarcerated for nonviolent offenses, I say real estate and economic opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I stand on that because if we can frame a business plan for you and I hand you $100,000, I empower you more so than if I just send you to school and I pay $80,000 for a degree, but then you come out and you don't necessarily have a direction for where you want a career to go. So I personally think that yes, I think as a community, like our children should be going to college. You know what I'm saying? If they have like a plan of action, like or if they're going into a career that's, you know, like engineering or STEM or something. But if you're going into research, but I think the ultimate goal is just to have a plan. If you don't have a plan and you hand somebody money, it's going to be a disaster because they have no direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was telling you earlier that the dispensary conversation that should be geared towards the inmates and not just happenstance just handed out as a form of reparation for all black.
So you said real estate and what?
Economic opportunity.
How
what?
Economic opportunity. How?
Well, it's
because I think what I said was economic opportunity.
In some respect it is, but again, everybody's doesn't know that business. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like when I say economic opportunity, yeah, the dispensaries could fall under that, but you know what I'm saying? That's economic opportunity is a broad scope. So you can talking about that businesses stem from, you can go to what, cosmetology, you got.
So like what do you recommend?
Construction.
For economic opportunity as a form of reparations.
I never really thought about that. I saw it more so as equal access to wealth. So equal access to bank loans. You know what I'm saying? Or equal access to
True. That's a good point actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, but that I guess that starts at the ground level and, you know, shopping black and, you know, funding black and kind of setting up the template for, or not the template, the foundation for somebody to come and really jumpstart their business.
Or better funding for HBCUs. Actually, there's a candidate that's doing that. Like
cool.
That's his whole not his whole campaign, but part of his campaign. Who is it? Andrew Zhang? It's Andrew Zhang or Andrew Yang? I can't remember which one it was. But
okay.
What Gadget say?
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I think it's Andrew Zhang. He had an interview with the Breakfast Club recently.
I haven't seen that. Okay, I gotta check that out.
Yeah. He had like a whole thing mapped out, like what he could, like his whole African American plan, and that was part of it. Better funding for HBCUs, because there's no reason why Bennett should be closing.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Due to like
my grandmother went to Bennett, so
really?
Absolutely yes.
I didn't know that.
My grandmother went to Bennett, and my grandfather met at A&T, and that's how they went to A&T, and they met.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree on that.
But do I think it's likely that reparations will actually happen? No, I don't think it'll actually ever happen.
Well, we need something. At the end of the day, I think we need something tangible.
Do we need something, or would we like something?
Hell yeah, we need something.
You think you need something?
I think we need equal access to wealth. Well, absolutely.
Okay, in that form, yes. But do I need a handout? No, I don't think I need it.
You deserve a handout.
Absolutely.
You're and you got to think about it.
Deserve is a weird word, though.
What's a weird word?
Deserve. Why do you think you deserve a handout?
Nino, slavery, Jim Crow.
Oh yeah, no, matter of fact, yeah. We deserve a little something.
Yeah,
we deserve a little something. We deserve
a little something.
We deserve a little
something.
something.
If you don't give me all that shit, you give it all.
I need that
give it
40. All. That 40 acres in a mule, the 40.
48 hours. First 48.
Hey, if you want to give me 48 acres, I'll take that. But we want the 40.
You can't. You're the most marginalized, most oppressed historically. Yeah. You deserve all of that. And you don't have to apologize for demanding that. And that's usually my grief for black people who are quote unquote white apologists. You don't have to apologize for your stance in America. You didn't get you here. You know what I'm saying? Now you determine you have majority say so on where you go in your future, but your stance as a black man or a black woman in this country is predicated based off your ancestors. You know what I'm saying? That and that's why you have to be able to, have a mindset where you're going to put your community first and be more demanding. Stop just accepting anything that these politicians or these businessmen or these CEOs just hand you. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to really come like develop an agenda and stand your ground more or less against against the system. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So no, don't settle for less. Don't settle for less. Us as a community, we deserve this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's multiple avenues to get to there. But I think you do need a plan of action. You can notice something's wrong with your engine and go get a bunch of supplies to help fix that engine. But if you don't know what you're doing, you could really not only mess up your car worse, or even worse, you can get killed trying to do something without direction or a full understanding of the problem. And I think when you don't understand how the system works and how it's set up for you to fail, and the courses of action you need to do to really set up not only your future but the children you have's future, you know what I'm saying, you find yourself in a world of trouble. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think we should do?
What?
Well, I think y'all should really like why are y'all so mean to white people?
Who?
Like why don't y'all just like stop being mean to white people?
Oh my God, you talking about the Daniel Caesar?
It's like,
oh my God, yo, you had me where I was about to flip this table, yo. This is about to be over.
This is about to be hot.
Yeah, I was like, what? So yeah, break that down to me. What happened?
Bro, it seemed so random, bro. Because at first, the first thing I seen was Daniel Caesar. Like,
you got a video of this?
He was it's a video. He live streamed it. Like the first video I seen was with Dave Chappelle. Oh, and somebody's asked him like, "What do you think of Daniel Caesar?" He was like, "First of all, gay." Like, Dave Chappelle. And then he like took offense to that. So I'm like, that's the first video I seen. Then I seen Daniel Caesar trending. I'm like, he just trending off that Dave Chappelle stuff.
Yeah.
So I clicked that jump. It's him. He just chilling like with his friends. Like he got some white friends in the background. He chilling. He's just like, why are y'all so mean to white people? Yes, they were mean to us in the past, but like, how are we gonna move forward when y'all are just so mean to them? It's like, hold
up. Hey, Daniel Caesar, I got one word for you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
You saw what Walker said?
Shut up.
They was like, he from here? They said, I mean, he's from Canada. They're like, man, they ain't no talking. You don't know nothing about what's going on here. Then
that's even more. Shut up, Daniel Caesar. Shut up. Stop. Like, that don't even make sense. They used to be mean. Yeah. Does he not know how these corporations move?
Apparently not.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, apparently he doesn't care.
How the government, how the FBI has moved, how they still moving, how the police forces moving.
That's why that's what I meant when I'm saying there are people that are black that are out of touch. He's one of them, and you know what I mean when I say he's one of them. He's just one of them. Like he's black, of course, but he's just one of them, bro.
But
like he's out of touch.
And I think racism in Canada is a little different, or not as.
You think so?
It doesn't share the. I know it doesn't share the same history as U.S.
Well, I mean that's a
race. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, no, that doesn't. Now that you say that and you put that in context, still shut up, Daniel. But no, he doesn't understand. But see, that's the difference. Then you knowing better and not doing better, and then somebody just needs to be educated. Yeah, Daniel clearly needs to be educated on that because.
And you know what he said? He said, y'all can cancel me if y'all want to. I apologize once for something I said, and I'm not apologizing no more. I don't care. He said he was drunk, but he said, I ain't apologizing, period. We were like, well, you said cancel him if you want to. Okay.
And that's another thing. Buddy. Why are you so – I think a gripe what I have with our generation. Like, we don't own up to shit. We make excuses. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you was wrong, you was wrong. Just apologize and move on.
He doesn't think he's wrong though. He doesn't think. And you know what's funny? Like black people be so funny, bro. Cause like we were on Daniel Caesar's side for like the longest. Like I seen
everybody was. I've never even seen him before that.
Girls on Twitter talking about man, we all had a silent pact going on. Like you been ugly from the jump, but ain't nobody say nothing. But now since you want to say all of this, you ugly as hell. You got that big ass gap in your teeth. They started going in.
Going in on him.
Oh dang, like that's how y'all really felt.
That's wild.
Yeah, after he said that, they started going in. Then they canceled, buddy.
Yeah, Daniel, we gonna need you to stop. Be like that's out of pocket.
It's over for that, man.
It's out of pocket. It's out of pocket.
Oh well, so you don't agree with nothing he said?
No, I wish Daniel would come in this room and say some stupid.
Hey, I just be trying to piss you off, bro.
Yo, like that. Yo, you. I'm not responding to no more Daniel C's questions, dog. You got anything else before we get out of here? I think we hit.
Nah, bro. I might just download this
Black
Daniel
Family.
C's before I get in the whip.
Oh my god.
Nah, I'm off that, man.
Moss.
I ain't never listened
Politicians,
to that, buddy. Anyway.
Michael Jackson. Nah, I think we hit all. You good?
Yeah, I'm
You
good.
got it good. All right, y'all. We're about to get out of here. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode 2 of Relentless Reasons. Y'all have a good weekend. Y'all be safe, and we will see you next time. Take care.